Our 3-day program for design thinking walks through a structured approach based on the methodology that we have authored, which is called D.E.C.I.D.E Framework. The D.E.C.I.D.E Framework has 6 distinct stages: define, envision, calibrate, innovate, deliver, empower. So there is a precondition to innovation and a postcondition to innovation. And as we talk about, both these steps of the pre and the post conditions are extremely critical to innovation, because innovation is a journey of excellence or a journey in excellence. And it's a journey in continuum. It is not a static program, but it is a continuous life journey. So we have structured this 3-day program where the day 1 talks about the first 2 stages, which is define and envision. In definition, you are modeling the business or the enterprise and a solution that is unconstrained. And you're envisioning it with a set of beta customers who essentially then are validating on the concept. This concept can be seen as a conceptual model, completely unrestrained. And so essentially, this could work on the model of invention to innovation. And so, and that has no restraint, that has no precedent. It's systemic thinking or systems thinking, which is completely outside the box, or a combination of both. And once this model has been created, the next step essentially is to take it further on day 2, which is essentially to say, if I have a solution that is unconstrained, how do we engineer it? And in terms of understanding the engineering, you're building an engine, or you're trying to break an engine to its optimum limits. And at that limit, the possibilities that you have with building an engine. And this is very critical to understand. And in building that engine, you then shape the components and the connectors that basically compose this engine, that will make this engine successful. So for example, if you're going to build an automobile, you're looking at how do you build the roads on which this automobile will run, and how will this engine power itself, and how will the customer experience it, and in the process, how will that engagement become successful in terms of a lasting relationship. So engineering is the next step. And once you have engineered, now obviously that engineering probably will not apply the same way to every customer in every segment of the world. Now comes the part where you need to profile, personalize, and preferentiate the engagement with customers. And this calls for industrializing it for different markets and for different segments of customers. And how do you therefore version and release the products appropriately that will be consumed in the marketplace? This is critical. And this becomes a continuous journey. And this is what the 3 days cover. Essentially, what we are talking about is conceptualization to commercialization.